Welcome to Movie Madness Entertainment. Thank you for clicking on the video. We're going to talk about a hot topic right now. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, the notification bell for everything in happening entertainment. I like to cover positive entertainment news. This is not so much, and it's a really hot topic, and I can't wait to do a live stream. I just didn't feel up to it. So please let me know if you want to see this covered in a live stream. I know this is going to go at odds with some of my movie talk friends, like I will name drop Little Movie Perp, Brucifer, Kingdom of Nerds, Crazy Joe Concession Stand, about the why am I bringing in Kathy Kennedy to this? A lot of my critics suggesting that Kathy Kennedy should have gone a long time ago, even though she's had some recent successes, including Andor, which completely honestly, Andor season 2 shouldn't exist. I'm happy it exists. I'm so happy it exists, and I still haven't finished it yet, and I'm loving it. And I think it's amazing Star Wars. But based on season 1 results, it really didn't justify making the finishing out the story unless they were really concerned about a gap between storytelling between season 1 of Andor, Rogue One, and A New Hope, and they were that concerned. So this is Andor season 2 is an anomaly in the industry. Usually they do not let this happen, and I'm so glad it did. But does she deserve credit for that? I guess she does. But a lot of the Kathy stands, the Kathy fans, have been saying, you can't make the Queen Kathy go anywhere. She goes when she wants to. And you might be right. And that might be why we get layoffs. Is Kathy sticking around past her prime for president of Lucasfilm created environment that causes people to lose their jobs because she won't leave? That's a real question. I really think there's some evidence behind it that suggests that potentially yes. Whereas these other movie universes like DC, I cannot stand the way DC has gone over the years, but when things not working, they change it quick and you at least get some new energy. And a lot of the critics have been saying Star Wars is fine. You got Acolyte, you got Andor, it's on Disney Plus. Tony Gilroy, I don't have the quote ready, but Tony Gilroy went out and said when he was developing the second season, a top executive not named said streaming is dead. Streaming is dead. So Star Wars is not in the theaters, and a lot of the defenders of Kathy have been saying, well, you're getting it on Disney Plus. If we only get Star Wars in one area, not in the theaters, and on Disney Plus, and it's still not a draw, that is a huge, huge failure on leadership at Disney and Lucasfilm, and falls at the feet of Kathy. And I think if we would have got some fresh energy here with a new leadership announcement, and even they could have had time even at Star Wars Celebration. But what did you hear is the response when the rumors came out? She stood her ground, said, I'm not going anywhere. I think we could have used that infusion of enthusiasm towards a new creative like we got with James Gunn. And James Gunn still has a lot to prove with the Superman release, but at least there's some energy there, some vitality, where it's kind of lost on Star Wars right now. It really is lost. Andor did good enough to draw numbers in, but I really can't. If you told me that the only place in the 90s that the only place you could get new Star Wars for the last 5 years was on a streaming app for $4.99 or $5.99 or $6.99 a month, I would have said, oh my God, that's a bargain. And I don't think people feel that way right now. I don't think they think it's a bargain, and it should be a bigger draw. And you know, Kevin Feige deserves some blame in this too, because I really like the MCU, But man, have they dropped the ball on the MCU Disney Plus series. So I'm going to look over this article. I'm completely serious. I want to cover this on a live stream. I think high-paid executives that don't take a pay cut, they don't accept L's, they don't accept criticism. What's the result of this? People lose their jobs at the bottom. People that have student loans, student debt. No, the consumer confidence hurts the people at the bottom. And you know what? Zaslav was declined a pay raise right now, and Warner Brothers is not doing it well enough for him to get another effing pay raise. So thank God for that. I do applaud that. When people are being laid off across the board, and you can't give a big budget to, I think James Gunn produced Superman on a relatively low budget. If you can't give decent budgets to your productions and you want another effing pay raise, kick rocks, Zaslav. I'm so sick of these untalented executives that this throw spaghetti against the wall and don't have a real plan. Or they take away features to make more money instead of making. I really do think Zaslav has brought numbers up, but it's by taking things away instead of adding value. And I don't think Disney Plus has added value either. They should be evergreen projects. I think Andor is an evergreen. I think eventually people will catch on to how great it is, but all right, let's get to this. Exclusive major layoffs are underway. Monday, the Walt Disney Company, with several hundred employees impacted globally, Deadline has learned. And this is where I go to, I don't want to say I told you so to Perp, Joe, and Bruce, and I love you all, but just saying we get the series and the movie is not enough, because I really care about people. Listen, there was a time that I liked to draw. I would wanted to get in animation. I wanted to get in the industry. I didn't work out for me. There's people that put their whole lives on the line to be in these industries, to work at the bottom and to give us entertainment. And they're the ones suffering, not the executives. So if you really hurt Kathy Kennedy's feelings, Kevin Feige's feelings, or even James Gunn feelings, I don't care. I don't care. If you're just criticizing what they're doing, you're not making it personal, attacking their appearance or anything, or saying Kathy shouldn't have got the shot. She should have got the shot. She just whiffed. She just whiffed at the bat consistently. And this is the result. This is a direct result of executives just like Han Solo and A New Hope. We're fine here. We're all fine here. Thank you. Or the meme with the dog and the fire in the house on fire. Everything's fine here. This is what happens. I'm very angry that all these people are being laid off. And this has something to do with the current president too, in the trade apocalypse. The writing's on the wall. People that don't know now, wait till you get to back to school, buying back to school supplies and the holidays, and you're really going to see how the trade apocalypse is interfering. So I'm blaming everyone that deserves blame, including Donald Trump. People are cutting back on entertainment, but if there was enough of a draw to Disney Plus, this wouldn't happen. If there was enough value, enough of a value proposition. All right, the bulk of our cross Disney entertainment, including marketing for both film and television, as well as television publicity, casting, and development, also affected our Disney corporate financial operations. These could be the Acolyte Season 2 people. These could be Skeleton Crew Season 2 people, even though Skeleton Crew wasn't announced. Okay, these Acolyte 2 Season 2 was going to be a thing. If it was a draw, it'd be like Game of Thrones. People would want Disney Plus for the Acolyte universe within Star Wars. And I love Acolyte, and I'm very upset it's not. I don't know what's happening with it. According to sources, the size of the cuts on film and TV side Disney Entertainment is comparable. No teams are being eliminated. The majority of the Disney Entertainment television staffers are said to be based in Los Angeles. Deadline will continue its coverage as more details about those impacted emerge during its expected to be tough day on the Disney campuses. Names of TV development and casting executives affected by layoffs have emerged. I don't want to go over all that. Let me just read a little bit of this. This is the fourth and largest round of layoffs in the past 10 months that has affected various Disney television operations. They are part of an ongoing cost-cutting process at the traditional media companies as they reshape their business to focus on streaming while facing economic headwinds. Disney Bob Iger set the pace upon his return as CEO, establishing a goal of at least $7 million in cost reductions at the start of 2023, with about 7,000 jobs eliminated that year. In early March, just under 200 Disney employees were laid off, representing almost 6% of the workforce in ABC News Group and Disney Entertainment Networks, including Freeform and FX. A big restructuring last October involved the shutdown of ABC Signature with its operations for in the 20th century and the consolidation of ABC and Hulu originals. And last July, the latest cuts followed Disney's better than expected quarter two earnings last month, fueled largely by experiences in sports, with streaming also delivering strong results as direct-to-consumer operating profit increased by $289 million to $336 million. At the annual shareholder meeting earlier this spring, Iger spoke about creating new jobs, largely in Disney experiences, including theme parks. The Disney layoffs also come on the heels of staff cuts at NBC Universal. Well, the one thing you will have to say here is, though, this is industry-wide, and how dare Zaslav ask for another pay increase? I'm so annoyed with him right now. But I want to get your thoughts on this. Do you think executives, do you put not the full blame? I mean, there is blame to go around. Of course, the success of the creative endeavor, there's some has to lay at the feet of the actual project itself and the director and the showrunners, for sure, and the press tour and the entertainers involved in the press tour. I would love a world where everyone could speak their mind and it didn't impact the bottom line, but people are snowflakes out there, and what you say on the press tour affects your business and your coworkers.